Behind the lines, please, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Autonomous mode has begun for both our Red and Blue Alliance. This wonderful Saturday afternoon here at Bellarmine College Preparatory. So happy to have everyone here playing our favorite 2025 FRC ReefScape. 31-29 coming out of the autonomous period. Very close match, but I do love when the matches are close. Close matches are so much more fun than the complete blowouts. Let's look over here on Red Alliance there in front of me. A lot of high-level L4 coral scoring by 9442. Their partners 9408 putting those algae up into the red barge. See a lot more algae in the red barge. That's going to be contributing heavily to their lead against Blue Alliance. Red at 88, Blue at 40. A particularly low-scoring match early on for Chezy Champs, but I think a lot of these teams are planning for some longer-term strategies, and that's how we'll see that develop over the next minute and a half. EPA, the Churrobot, scoring an L3 coral for the Blue Alliance. Their partners going for L4, I believe that's Buchanan Bird Brains. Ooh, a score and a bounce back from 94-42. Very common for teams to launch the coral a little bit too hard. Luckily, it landed in the L1 scoring trough. So that worked out quite nicely for them. "20 seconds remaining. Mubotics going for that climb on a deep cage. Here at Chezy Champs, all the cages are deep. I haven't seen a single shallow cage. Ooh, some attempted climbs on Blue. Doesn't look quite off the ground. We'll see how that gets scored.
Wow, that match, both alliances missing out on that coral ranking point, but it looked like a very clean field for the Red Alliance there.
Yeah, you could have fooled me on that, right? The algae all getting cleared out by the warbots, just taking it over to the barge, really did open up all the options to get that coral scored. So I am impressed. I mean, this looks pretty
L1.
cleared out. Yeah. Oh, the L1 missing. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, I definitely think, the warbot's kind of specializing in cleaning up all of that algae, and you could just tell throughout the rest of the match, everything just runs so much smoother, and they really just set their alliance up for success, and you saw this a lot at the very high level at Champs on the Einstein matches. There was barely ever a piece of algae that was kind of like floating around without having some destination or journey that they were going. There were nobody like picking it up and placing it on the ground. In the warbots, I think that's going to make them really valuable to their elimination alliance for sure.
Yeah, no time wasted from the warbots scoring that algae. One of the things that we talked about was they were grabbing algae directly from the reef and just putting it into the barge. No wasted time, no wasted movement, just go, 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 get get the algae cleared from the reef. And that's kind of in contrast to what we've been seeing a couple of teams drop here on the field is the concept of a super cycle, right? Trying to make sure they have the coral and the algae both ready to go and trying to stage and sequence their actions in a way where they're coming into the reef, dropping off a coral, taking an algae. But this seemed pretty fast. I mean, I don't feel like we were wanting for coral during those algae pickups.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that a lot of these teams, they've practiced this so much that they've gotten really efficient at it, that you can separate those two things and focus on them. And I find a lot of the time, if you're focusing on something, you can really bring it to get the absolute max. Also notable, no climbs in this match.
No climbs.
Teams were just pushing to get those coral RPs, it seemed, and stayed out just a little bit too long.
But both alliances able to get the barge ranking point because of all the algae scored.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming up in match 40, we're going to preview a little bit of Link versus Peninsula, two recent rebuild robots here at Chezy Champs, both working through getting all of their control and the new stuff that they've been putting together in their fall off seasons.
Yeah, looking over the Blue Alliance, Team 294, Beach City, I absolutely love this robot. It's nice, simple, they just go. They really focus straight from the human loading station, straight to the reef. They just make that happen. They're able to manipulate the algae really, really well. Let's send it down to the field for qualification, Map 40.